Hello my squiddies and welcome to my channel. I am Squid Delicious and today I'm going to be flying in my flight simulator, and I just wanted to show you the map that I've marked all the places that I've been and all the places that I've wanted to go. So anywhere that it's green, ignore the pink with the heart in it. Those are just not related to my flight simming, but anywhere that you see green flags, and some of them don't want to show up as others are popping up. So there's a lot more than what you see when I zoom out and in. But yeah, so places that are marked yellow are places I've been. Places that are marked green are places that I have yet to fly to. And right now, um, we have landed at this airport. And so basically what I'm going to do today is I am going to fly. I'm not going to fly anywhere specifically. I'm just probably going to take off and then fly around and then come back in. But where I'm actually trying to go is over here at this specific location. The world's #1 most dangerous runway. And I plan on taking my King Air C9, sorry no, my King Air 350i up here. So without further ado, let's load up X-Plane and let's fly around for a bit. Alright, so we're flying my King Air 350i. Hopefully you can hear me over the plane when I go to start it. And I forget, it's not WASD for moving forward and backwards, it's period and comma. Alright, so first things first, we're going to go ahead and let's open the cargo compartments to, for some reason I forgot to lift the flaps up, so whoopsie me. We're going to open these up so that way we can place all these things in. So we're going to take the tie downs. We're on the we're short of the runway, so because I was afraid that I was going to be spawned under a regular plane, so that's why we're on the short final, or not short final, but holding short of the runway. Alright, the other thing on the list is the so we got the tie downs. Let's go ahead and take all these ribbons off. And we don't really need that. We do have to add some fuel to the plane. Take that ribbon off. Okay. So I got the ribbons off of the front indicator nozzles, and then yep, we're all good. And I like to give the propellers a little free spin just to make sure that they are freely moving. Nice. Alright. I say we're good here. I don't know why I opened these. Let's go ahead and plug that in. Do we close the hood? Okay. Want to make sure that we close the hood, otherwise it's going to indicate that there's an opening, that it's not pressurized correctly. Okay. Let's go ahead and turn on the GPU, and we'll call for a fuel truck because we're going to need to fuel this plane up. So I'm going to start from the center. Plug that thing in, and all right. So we have to do this to both planes, or sorry, not both planes, but both tanks, all 4 tanks. In fact, I can actually increase the fuel rate. There we go. All right. Now we got to do this evenly. I don't want the plane to tip over due to too much weight. So you just plug in this little doodad and then open the fuel. This is for the auxiliary fuel tank. Just speed that up. All right. I do have to slow it down towards the end, otherwise it doesn't give me the full amount. Now we got to do the other side, the main fuel tank. Okay, never mind. Let's go check the other side to make sure that that one is full, because this one shows that it's full, and I want to make sure that both sides are full. Yep, they're both full. Alright. We can say skadoosh to the fuel truck and get rid of these steps. Alright. Now, the fun part. We get to open up the plane. November 70 Echo uniform. Lovely toilet. Oh, wow. Let's just put this stuff away because that should not be out. Must have been dinner time when I landed. Welcome to my humble abode. We'll just get in a seat. Let's lift these up. We'll just move them over that way. Bye-bye. Alright. I have a flight yoke in my cockpit, so or on my desk, so I don't really need to see that. Okay. This is pretty straightforward. External power. And let's also make sure that we're on external power. The light's going up here. Fasten seatbelts. Yep. Nope. Yes. And all my radios have turned on. I don't... Oh, now it's loading up. Okay. Wait. Yeah, the strobe needs to be on, I think. The nav lights are going to be on the wings. Oh, it's beacon. Sorry. Beacon. The beacon light's the one that we need. Alright. Give me 1 second here. Okay. Let's close that up. Alright. How about we run the tests? Make sure that they are working right. Let's go ahead and turn on this. We see that all lights turn on. I'm going to go ahead and turn on this. That light turns on. Alright. Perfect. And the fire warning. Okay. And the fire on the other side. Perfect. Okay. Now we're done with that. Let's make sure that we have everything set right. Now I'm just gonna skip the radio parts and this for right now. Just know that it's one of the most important things that you do need to set those when you fly. So this is not a training video on how to properly, take off from this airport or how to use this plane. I am not a professional. I have flown a plane, but that doesn't mean that I am certified to teach others. So just pointing that out, putting it out there. Anyways, let's see. We got everything on set, ready to go. I think all that's left is... This doesn't seem to want to do what I need it to do. It's plugged in. Okay, so I'm going to put that... Oh, this is fuel cutout, huh? So... Alright. Clear. Alright, starting engine 1. this should stay up here. Needs to synchronize. Okay. That looked like it's synchronized. Perfect. Alright. Now we're going to go ahead and... Oh, hello. Wait a minute. Taking off external power. Okay, we are ready to get up in the air. Yep, we're all good. But this should be lifted up. I'm gonna go ahead and close this window. Ah, much better. I don't even know if you were able to hear anything I was saying when I was starting the plane. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and turn on our lights. We are ready for takeoff. Make sure to go ahead and look at everything first. Okay. We are golden. Alright, let me go ahead and turn off the brake. And, of course. Also checking for section. Numbers are good. Alright. Runway's cleared. We can take off. Ready? Here we go. up in the air. Alright. Go check that out. I wonder what that is. Well, I need to move this down a bit. Save fuel. Alright. It's a really long bridge. I wonder what it took to actually build that, and how far does it actually go down? This is a really tall building. I want to go check it out. So many places in this world, so much to see, and we've never actually got to fly to Malaysia, so this is kind of a new experience for me, and I now want to see what kind of scenery there is. And it looks like they have a really massive city on this one island here. Like a massive city, like this is bigger than where I live. It's just amazing. Alright, flying a little too low here, so let's pick up the altitude. I wonder if that's a helipad right there. I haven't flown helicopters in a while. Ooh, that's an interesting one. Yeah, I haven't flown a helicopter in a while, so there's a helipad that I actually want to go and investigate real quick. Let's see if it's on my map here. I remember how to... supposed to be a helipad out here somewhere. And I'd actually like to fly a helipad or helicopter to this helipad before I go. 'Cause once I go, I probably won't be back here for quite some time. Like, I normally, when I do journeys like this, I have to be up to it, and like I don't just go back and forth on a regular daily basis. So it's like when I do fly somewhere, and when I fly places, like I don't just open the menu and go to someplace closest and then land there. No, I actually fly across seas. So because I'm from the United States, I normally stay around my hometown. That's my home. That's where I normally keep my plane and stuff. But when I go flying, normally I just stick around where I live, or I'll fly to places that I'm familiar with. Like, so from the Northwest, I fly around that area. Sometimes I go places like Arizona because I have family that lives there, but I mainly stay in the United States and close to where I live. I don't really go towards the east of the United States, but I just stick around the western side. So for me to travel across country, I literally have to plan out my journey and then try to find the best places to land, and then also discover new territory. This journey led me here. This is new for me. This is a place I've never been to, and it was a place that I decided to book. So, all new experiences. Let's see where that helipad is. I think we're creeping up to it. Also, there's a... I really think these are annoying, but they're there. Can't do anything about them. Hot air balloons. I mean, I could set it to winter, but then I don't get the pretty sunshine, so... Because it's summertime, they pull out the hot air balloons. And they like to get in the way. It's very annoying. I mean, I guess I can go through them, but I literally don't like to encourage that in my head, so I always have to fly around them. It makes it a very challenging landing. Okay, so... I think it's across the... I have no idea. I have no idea. I guess we could also turn off taxi light. Both landing lights and taxi lights are on my landing gear. So, and I think you're supposed to have your landing lights on until you get above 10,000 feet. However, because my landing gear is tucked in, and that's where the landing lights are, there's this little switch here, which is recognition lights, and it's basically landing lights that are on the wings. So, it's the only other alternative. I am flying at 1,800 feet, which is pretty low. Okay, I'm not seeing the helipad. I think I'm going the wrong direction. But you know, I might just have to book another flight here sometime. I don't want to make this a search party, but and I probably for the next, like for the future videos that I make, I should probably skip the whole process of starting the plane, because that's one of the parts that takes the longest, and it can be somewhat boring to the audience. So I do apologize for that. I just those things that I just start recording and then I just kind of like to walk through the old process. If I wasn't such an idiot, I'd probably add the timestamp so I could just say skip to this number here, and then you can just get right to the flying part. Or just do the old way and just drag it across until you find me flying, and then there you go. Problem solved. We all know how to do that. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, piece of cake, piece of crumb cake. And I love this plane so much. I don't ever regret buying this plane. It was expensive, but I love it. Is this the helipad area? I know I saw a helipad on Google Maps, I just don't know exactly where. No, that's just a really bad lawn. Hey bro, I hate to tell it, but your lawn is dead. There's no grass there. fly up to the clouds. Oh, I should probably not do full throttle up there. I don't want engine failure. By the way, like, I think it was yesterday. No. Was it yesterday? I don't know. I actually had a... It was either yesterday or the day before I had an engine failure. Both engines failed on me, and I can't remember what plane it was. It was an Airbus. It was like about the same size as the 787. And take off. I get about 30,000 feet, and I'm up there for about 15 minutes. All of a sudden, both engines go out at the same time. And I will admit I had throttle at full, so I'm wondering if that was the case, because I had about 7 hours worth of fuel. I didn't touch any of the buttons. With bigger airliners, I really am not ready to mess with that stuff, so I never touch anything. Plus the whole interior looked like it was made out of paper cardboard, so I couldn't do anything. All I did was type in the nav system to where I wanted to go, which is this little guy right here, which you can open up like that. That's all I did. I didn't touch anything else. I just did that. And then the essentials, flaps and air brakes and all that. Well, anyways, both engines go out, and I had to make an emergency landing. Now, there was only one runway that I was comfortable at landing at. Unfortunately, it was a very small runway, and I'm in this big plane, and I did hit the runway very softly, although I did float the runway quite a bit. I just really wanted to make sure that I didn't have a really hard landing when I hit, and it's not like I can do a go-around, so I just tried to get it to stop and hope for the best. With no thrust reversers, I just had brakes and hope for the best. And of course, the plane did go off into the grass after, like, at the end of the runway. Luckily, it was very flat, you know, but it was one that I was able to walk away from. I didn't hit any pedestrians or anything. It was a really clean landing, other than the fact that the runway was way too short. There was a runway that I probably could have gotten to. I wanted to make the right call and decided to go for this one. Although I probably, after arriving at the airport, I'm still way too high, and I realized I probably could have hit the runway, or hit the airport that was a lot more suitable for the plane that I was currently flying, and at the time, but whatever. But at least I was able to land the plane and walk away from it. But yeah. And I'm somebody that also doesn't set things like that to happen. I just let them happen on their own, and so it allows me to have like a really true experience. If I'm not expecting it and I don't know what's going on at the time, it allows me to really figure out, okay, what do I do? Keep a calm and open mind, and figure out exactly what I'm going to do in order to handle this scenario. Whereas, you know, I can go in through all the settings, go, okay, in 10 minutes this is going to happen, and of course I'm going to know exactly what's wrong and know what to do. I like the real, true experience of it, because that's what I feel is proper training, is when you don't know what's going on, and you don't know that it was going to happen, and it just caught you off guard, caught you by surprise, and now you just have to figure out, oh, this is a real scenario. Now I got to figure out what am I going to do, how I'm going to get these passengers on the ground safely. And you know, one of the big things is to keep a calm mind, don't panic, and just go step by step and figure out what you're going to do and where you're going to go. So yeah. Anyways, very big. And we're gonna go land it now and end the video. So, let's get this puppy back to where we were. Now there is no wind. Yesterday I did arrive here with, I want to say 42 mile per hour winds. So, and I wouldn't say it was my softest landing, but it would be like an average landing. Not hard, not like it would damage the plane or anything, but you know those videos where it's like the most softest landings possible, where it's like it just scrapes and then they let the plane land. Mine, you can see the when the wheels hit the ground, you can see the landing gear, the suspension actually working, but it wasn't like one where it would, you know, be like uncomfortable to the passengers or having the landing gear go through the floor. Like I'm pretty good, and I've had some pretty good soft landings, but now and I would just say it was like a regular landing. So I did good. I did good. But what really made it easy is, like, I thought I was going to be landing in a very strong crosswind. It was very slightly crossing, so I was almost like fighting against the wind and not like, sorry, let me rephrase that. I wasn't having it pushing me to one side. It was pretty much like it's pushing straight against me while I'm going towards it. So that was the cool part. So I'm happy that I was able to make that landing, and it was a very relaxing landing. I almost enjoyed that much wind in that scenario because I was not being pushed left or right. It made it a very slow landing, and it was perfect. I'm assuming I took off on the other side. So we're gonna do a go around. We're gonna go around the runway here, so that way we get onto the side that we took off from. So let's just say the wind is pushing that way. So we're gonna come in this way. There's a tall building. Oh, it's over there. Experience in Malaysia, and I'm loving it. I will make this a favorite. I was going to do a trip to Paris. Unfortunately, there has been some changes that caused it to have some uneven terrain on the runway. I'm way too low. But what I mean is, like, where parts of the map are higher than the other, and then you just see that gap that has like an invisible wall. And so whenever I'm taxiing on the taxiways, one side of my plane will smack, like almost fall off a cliff basically, and I just don't want to screw up my plane. So unfortunately, that place that used to be a favorite of mine to land there is just now a really not a great experience, because now I stress out over, oh, am I gonna destroy my landing gear because I have to like jump off one side of the taxiway to the other side. So whatever, it is what it is. I might still land there because, you know, we're already across seas, so I may as well. I'm also going to hit some places that have been on my list for a while, although one of them I really am not wanting to go to anymore, just because of what's happening in the world. But if I could hit it just once, land it there, and then take off again, I'll be okay. But the funny thing. I was looking at Ukraine, runways to land at Ukraine, and what's sad is this is actually the sad thing. Is I was looking at a lot of them that looked like they've been destroyed, but I clicked on them to places that I wanted to still fly to, just because I need to find a place to stop and land and fuel up. And then I get booted out of Google Maps, and I was like, I'm just thinking, is the government thinking I'm like trying to do something I'm not supposed to do? I'm just trying to find places to land so I can fuel for my simulator. And I was really struggling to find an international airport that I can put a green flag to places that I want to fly to. But I don't know. I thought it was kind of a coincidence that I just so happened to be kicked out after putting a green flag on a previously destroyed airport in Ukraine. And I'll admit, it made my heart kind of race a little bit. I was like freaking out that if I was going to have like FBI show up at my door. I'm all for Ukraine. Like, I wish them the best in the fight that they're dealing with, and I even support them. I have their flag on my sim race car, which you'll see if you look at my previous video. And I am way too high up on this. Okay, I do have my flaps down. Here. Oh, there we go. Oop. Floating the runway a little bit. Oop. Okay, that was not my most favorite landing. That's actually should have probably done a go around after that moment. Just future reference for those that are learning to fly, make sure that both landing gear in the back touch first at the same time, not just one, because that's not a really good scenario. That could probably lead to many bad things. You don't want just one landing gear touching. You want both the ones in the back to hit at the same time. And then gently lay down the front. And of course, we're gonna see that replay. Just 1 second. Let me get off here. Let's go see the replay. I have no idea why I can't seem to get rid of that little thing up above the screen. Here comes Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus Lane. Yep, there's my little bounce. It's not a bad landing. I shouldn't have let that one be the only one that hit first and then that one. Because you saw that the plane just shifted to the other side. Well, anyways, thank you for watching my video. If you enjoyed it, give a thumbs up, and I would really appreciate it if you subscribed. It does help my channel a lot, and I'm going to start posting videos a lot more frequently. So stay tuned for the next one. I'm going to be doing a flight from this airport to I'll get back to you on that one. Just look for the next video, because I'm going to be doing another flight from this airport to another. So anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.